Blue captain. Red. Ball is out. Nine, stop. Stop, stop. Yeah. Move back. Con, blue, advantage. No con advantage? No. Advantage over. Also no con. On and on. First man to blue. On and on. Close. Yeah. Yeah.
Muchachos, acá tengo agua.
Paramos igual que Blue. 5, 5, 5.
Informa Peterson. Sudáfrica 0. Informó Peterson.
Take the man in the air. You take the man in the air first. It's penalty. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, I see. Thanks.
Oh, it's off to the left. Good enough strike. The result not what Elton was hoping for. Little let off for Los Pumas.
Certainly is. And as they did last year, you'd expect Juan Martin Hernandez to kick this as long as possible.
He does. Jesse Creel out on the back left who gathers, sends it infield to Elton Yankees. Could see into a little bit of space, looking to carry it up. He's well met though by Thomas Lavanini. Ocott clears behind, almost caught man and ball. Elton Yankees goes to the air, it's long. The chase will be good, but the gather has time. Scorsan makes a really good tackle on Le Guizemont, who keeps it in the field of play well. And into the midfield it goes again from Argentina, looking to run from deep. Hernandez. Up the middle, the skip behind to Tukalet. There's space on the outside. Boffelli. He's made the one kick, steps inside. Has he lost that? No, he hasn't. Kubeli moves it again. Over the gain line go Argentina. From the side is the call from Pascal Gauzet, and South Africa have another penalty.
No, the Argentines won't be happy with that. Some really good go forward. They lamented the fact that they had very little possession last week, and you can expect more of a ball-in-hand approach, along with those kicks into space from Hernandez. And that time around, cleaning in from the side of the ruck. And Pascal Gauzet spot on with his adjudication at the moment.
You can't help feeling that it's early on in a test match. Playing from deep is a little bit risky, particularly when you've got the elements on your side. Well, he pushed that first kick marginally to the left. Distance 41 meters. You can see on a normal field that would be 46, maybe 47 meters on the slight angle. 41 it is, slightly shorter. Franco Smith tactically was chatting about how the Springboks have taken into account in a big way the fact that the field is a fraction shorter. Oh, and it's off to the left again from Elton Yankees. I wonder if there isn't just a little bit of a wind push from right to left that's put him off a bit.
It's coming slightly across him as he's striking the ball.
Well, Hernandez, this time it's not going deep. It's going more or less towards the halfway line, high and hanging. Jesse Creel gathers again. Carbon copy of last time. Yankees could see rush defense and caught with man and ball was Andries could see. To the left comes South Africa. Yankees. Kasim. Head down, carries it forward. Good cleaning out. Ocott clears again. Kuni Oosthuizen, who was fantastic last week. There's no arms in that tackle. That's dangerous.
That's Thomas Lamavini. He got the earlier tackle on Andries Coetzee, but I think if they go upstairs to TMO Glenn Newman, he might be in a spot of bother. See Augustine Creeve is just trying to calm things down. Now, I don't think there are many arms in this tackle patrol.
Can you hear me? I want to see the tackle by the number 5 on the big screen.
Here it comes now, Pascal.
Okay.
So Thomas Lavanini may well be in a bit of trouble here. This is a very dangerous tackle. It's been outlawed completely by World Rugby's governing bodies. Oh, there's no arms in that. That's a shocker. It's a dreadful tackle. We've seen legs broken, knees damaged badly by such tackles.
The left arm almost gets around, but that, I think yellow card minimum here, Joel. Did exactly the same spot hit on Coetzee, but that was a fair tackle. This one, he's come flying out the blocks. Not quite used the arms.
There is a big screen here in Salta. It's not a huge screen, though. I wouldn't be surprised if Pascal Gauzet asks for a recommendation.
I can hear you. Can you hear me, Pascal?
Yeah, for me, it's just a penalty, yeah?
Oh.
What do you think?
I don't think he's used his arms at all, Pascal.
I can hear you clearly.
I do not think he's used his arms in the tackle.
Okay, he didn't use the arm tackle.
Correct.
It's a tackle with the shoulder, just it's penalty and yellow card.
Correct.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Could have been more, but yellow card minimum is going to be the penalty for Thomas Lavanini. It's a very dangerous tackle. He's in some ways, he's lucky to only get a yellow.
Okay.
Now, Glenn Newman, rightly so, just intervening there. And Pascal Gauzet Big screen's not the biggest, so
you never use
the
your arm
right decision has
to
finally
make the
come the
tackle
way.
just with the shoulder. It's a yellow card.
Thomas Lavanini.
Well, he's a big man, 2 meters 01,
never
130
use the arm.
kilograms. When he comes at you like a missile like that, it can do serious damage to the knee and the leg. And Kuniostas, and in some ways, was a little fortunate there. The kick from Elton Yankees is a good one.
An attacking line out in the half of the Argentines, exactly what South Africa have been looking for. With the added advantage of one player less, which means either the open or the blind side will have one less defender. They've been utilising the blind in practices this week, the South African side.
Marks to the back. Creel
Over
goes
15,
up.
over
Well
15.
gathered. It's the maul. There's an attempted sack. Same maul is the call. The ball smuggled to the back into the hands of Marks. It'll go now into the hands of Kasim. The leg drive coming from the Springboks. Argentina all over the show, coming in from every single angle. Powerful leg drive from the men in red. South Africa. Kasim breaks around the side. South Africa clear over to the blind side they go. It's intercepted and away go Argentina. The chase is coming. Jesse Creel's getting across. Skosan will catch his opposite number. Brilliant chase back from Courtnell Skosan. Kubeli is there, clears quickly. There's loads of space in the open field from Argentina. The little kick across. If it's gathered, they must score, and the kick's a shocker. Led off for South Africa from one end of the field all the way to the other. What could have been a try for Argentina. The kick just not accurate enough from Juan Martin Hernandez.
Was there any need for the kick though? There are two players on the outside. Here's the interception. Read perfectly. And down that far touch on. What you got to love about this is just look at all the Springboks chasing back to try track down the Argentine. Skosan eventually gets him. Hernandez has a shocker with a cross kick. South Africa out of jail.
Well, second line out of the game. It goes to Moster to gathers well. Brings it to ground. Back to Yankees, who's going to clear. Can, of course, kick it out direct and does so. Over the advertising hoarding, which means there's no chance of a quick throw in from Argentina. Good clearance. Good clinical exit from the Springboks. Boy, what an opportunity that was for Argentina. They lead by 3 points to 0. It could well have been a try, that kick been accurate. Had it been maybe kept in hand and passed instead of the kick. The chase back though, Robbie Kempson, brilliant from South Africa. Into the midfield it comes. Khaleesi with a good touch. The midfield, the centre pairing combining well. Could see around the outside. Then comes the little grubber straight into the hands of Tukuled, who puts it on that trusty left foot of his. Chasing South Africa back. Could see will have to kick this. Down the line it goes. And that is a very good clearance indeed. Taken quickly by Ramiro Moyane. The up and under from Hernandez. That could be out on the full and is. Well, that last kick may well have dented his confidence somewhat.
Now back into the side this week in the place of Nicolas Sanchez. But that's two errors which give South Africa their second attacking line. A driving maul you might expect again. They just need to be tightening up that a little bit. The Argentines haven't really got an answer to it.
Of course, Argentina still one man short. Lavanini in the sin bin for a dangerous tackle. To the front to Hokot. Very quick and clever. Hokot's gone. Marks can't gather. Catching the Argentine line out, sleeping a little bit and then not able to capitalize.
I need space, okay?
Well, that could have been a very easy 5-pointer. Good bailout option from Marks.
So Creedy with his first throw at the line out. It's tapped back untidily by Legizabon, tidied up by Kubeli, is met by Creel, who tries to hold him up. Creevy's in there in the scrum off position, picks and goes around the fringe. Khaleesi makes the driving tackle. Kubeli now back in position. Back to Hernandez. The pressure from Creel, the kick from Hernandez is a good one. Skosan waiting for it, but it's way over his head. Super kick.
A very good kick from Juan Martin Hernandez, just calming himself down. There's that cross kick earlier, no need for it. There's a two-man overlap. Just had to pass it.
Numbers, please.
Well, if he got it right, it would have been one of the great little movements, but he got it wrong, unfortunately, and the simple option was probably the better one. Malcolm Marks with his third put in at the line out. To the back it goes, Kasim. It's going to be the maul, the setup, the drive. Marks in control at the back. And Hokart breaks to the side. He's got pace and he's trying to free up Skosan. He does pretty well, does Skosan, to get away from the touchline. Lays it back, Creel clears. Etzebeth will have to carry this forward. Hokart back in position. Playing the blind side again. It's something we expected from the Springboks. Marks is tackled again, very close to the touchline. Oosthuizen at pace. Flat and over the gain line he goes, trying to give South Africa a little bit of momentum. Yankees, he's going to do the little dinky over the top. It's well covered by Matthias Orlando. Kubeli clears that space on the outside. It's not going to be used. It's going to be hoiked into touch and a bit of welcome relief for Argentina. They are a man short. They'll be quite happy to just slow it down, kick it out the field and try and conserve their 3-point lead.
Now the blind option that's going to be used pretty much all afternoon, you'd expect, from the Springboks right up until perhaps half-time. And they have an adaptation of their tactics.
No real commitment to the breakdown from Argentina, making sure that they've got numbers out there to defend, particularly a man short. Marks, Kasim off the top. Flat is Raymond Rule with the pass behind. It's another pass behind. Jesse Creel, there's space on the outside. Kutsi is well tackled. Up and goes again. Hokart gets there quickly. Etzebeth with the good hands into Marks in the midfield. He's still going as Malcolm Marks. Etzebeth trying to pick and go, lost it backwards through his legs. Oosthuizen with a timely pick-up and drive. Kasim comes round the corner. South Africa making the hard yards. Etzebeth with a little hurdle, looking for the Sonny Bill Williams offload. South Africa making good progress. Raymond Rule, he's got pace. Well met though, and lost in the tackle. Oh, it's going to be offside. Advantage South Africa. No advantage. Back for the penalty.
Number, please. 3.
He's got Herrera, Ramiro Herrera in the offside position, the tight head prop. But much better from South Africa. Almost to be expected, the pick and go, the driving maul. Something they're going to have to utilise to greater effect throughout this game. It might not be pretty. And interesting, but I think a decent decision this time around from Ian Messervet. They are a man down in that pack. Advantage was to them last week with regards to the scrum process. A lot more continuity for the South African side.
Trying to just get outside his man and arms through the tackle. Raymond Rule, he's got tremendous pace. It looks like a little bit of blood to the face of Thomas Kubeli.
And South Africa, they've got everything stacked in their favour. 8 against 7 scrum. They've got 3 outs on the right-hand side, 3 outs on the left-hand side. Difficult to defend for the Argentines, particularly if their scrum starts going back. It just gives that momentum. Little right shoulder from Kuni Oosthuizen can create even more havoc. 8-9 to the right.
Well, there's a huge gap as well between Thomas Kubeli and Matthias Orlando off to the Argentine right-hand side, the South African left away. As I say it, Orlando moves a little closer. Scrum's gone down. Gonna have to play. Away goes Hokart looking for the switch. Oh, it's not good at all. And away come Argentina once again. Is that forward? It is. Lucky escape for South Africa again.
Yeah, he's getting the gears from the crowd. I don't think there's a doubt that it was forward. He was right on the spot, was Pascal Gazier.
There's no advantage because 4 pass and back for the first.
Just going wrong for South Africa. Matero, we'll just see this off to Hernandez. Oh, tight one.
Tight one, awfully close. Well, with the man in the sin bin, there's a little bit of blood there on the head of Gus Creevy, the Argentinian captain. A man in the sin bin, this makes sense to slow things down and just try and wind down a little bit of the clock.
Yeah.
Until the big second row, Thomas Lavanini can make his way back on. He's up and ready, but he's got a couple minutes to go still, I think.
Yeah.
There might be questions about taking that 3 points, but
Yeah,
I'm in agreement with you. But it's better the way the scrum went last week. You'd expect them to have the ascendancy with 7 men. Unfortunately, going to ground. Because yeah, asking for them to utilise the ball at the back of the scrum.
Yeah.
Well, it's about 1 more minute for Thomas Lavanini before he can come back on. Almost mission accomplished for
Crutch.
Los Pumas. Played much of this 10 minutes inside their own 22, but haven't conceded.
We are playing catch.
Well, there's one thing about this Argentine pack, particularly with Augustine Creevy. When they start manipulating that front row, they start moving the point of impact. You notice he'll take the mark sometimes, and by the time they've all bound up in the front row, he's moved about 6 inches to the left or right.
It's good. Crutch.
Herrera, the replacement after Pierretto last week, got smashed by the beast from Tarira.
Fine. Set. Stay up.
Solid scrum. Down
That's
goes
good.
Herrera on the near side, makes a good recovery though. Scrummaging on the back there is Orlando. The clearance from Hernandez is a decent one. It's a very good one.
Yeah. No.
And Lavanini will make his way back on. And Argentina could well have got a few points actually while he was off. South Africa chose not to take the 3.
Use arm. It's better.
No damage for Los Pumas.
And it's pretty much like last week. South Africa
Good.
has got to show a bit more patience with ball in hand. A couple of errors have come in. This might be expected with a bit of the trouble that's gone behind them.
Kusam at the back. Off the top goes Yankees with a little chip over the top. Jesse Creel gathers. Inside pass, Siakalisi. No one's going to catch him. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Pre-planned. Franco Smith spoke about it before the game. The little space in behind. The chip was just perfect from Elton Yankees. We are going to go upstairs to check whether there was an offside or onside. But the little kick over the top may well have resulted, should have resulted in Sia Khaleesi getting his 3rd test try.
Well, they practiced it throughout the week. Space in behind there is. There's no doubt that Krill is behind. Nothing wrong with that pass. And Khaleesi, he's got in for that try. So the adjudication you'd think would be that last pass. That looks all right. Glenn Newman should be awarding the try.
Time on.
Yeah, no doubt. Jesse Creel was onside. The pass was good. Sia Khaleesi is in for the 5-pointer. The extra 2 added by Elton Yankees.
Set piece move practiced throughout the week. With regards to the defensive orientation of the Argentines, they've been rushing up on the Springboks. They realised the space was in behind. Perfectly weighted kick. The pace of Creel gathered perfectly, and just the hands out to Khaleesi with a free run into the touchline. Fantastic from South Africa.
Well, isn't it wonderful to see something pre-planned, pre-discussed, talked about, executed perfectly and worked so well. Hernandez, high hanging kick. Little doubt there. Oh, it's out on the full. Very well read by Cornel Skossan.
Very well read. Of course, the crowd in disagreement once again. Really has grown in confidence and stature as Cornel Skossan in the last 4 matches he's played.
Was good. Keep walking. Good.
Jesse Creel back in his favoured 13 position. On the line.
There's a slight little hesitation, a little bit of doubt, but the wind is coming off the far stand and maybe just push that ball a fraction further than Hernandez would have thought it would go. So well left.
Very similar setup to what they had for their penalty underneath the posts.
Fine.
It's about the execution and maybe a bit more front foot ball with regards to the scrum.
Middle scrum, space to both sides. Bit of crabbing there as eventually it comes back. To the left comes Oakart. Yankees with a little grubber through, looking for that space again. Kubeli meets it well. Back not Kubeli, Jochen Tukulet. Now it's Kubeli into the hands of Thomas Lavanini with a little shift pass. Argentina once again keeping ball in hand. Was this going to be the box kick now? It is.
Stop 2 and 1.
Skossan waits and gathers. Could see onto that trusted left foot.
Hold.
Back is Hernandez. perfectly positioned. He goes long downtown, and he's found a good touch.
Territorial game to be expected, and Hernandez opting for the touchline this time. Tends to normally prefer going long.
South Africa having a little bit more of the possession. Had a bit of territorial advantage as well, particularly while Lavanini was in the sin bin. Surprising, bearing in mind they're playing against the breeze, which has probably now shifted around and more across the field into the face of Malcolm Marx as he finds Etzebe. Well, there's the attempted sack. Or was it lost? No, it's not. It's regathered. They seem a little fortunate there. May well have disconnected and come back into the maul. The leg drive from South Africa continues. Here comes the box kick from Francois Hougaard. It's a good high hanging one. A hand from Skosan gets in there, but there's a bit of space now for Argentina. A little slip from Geronimo de la Fuente, still going. Kubeli clears Hernandez, and there might well be space on the outside. Bremen Rule with a real strong head-on tackle. The ever-present Kubeli right in the right position to clear once again. Big strong carry. Lozano, I think it was. And some slick handling from Argentina, but into the hands of South Africa. Skosan finds Marks with a little loop around the corner. Not held, gets up and goes again. Well, the crowd baying for an Argentinian penalty. Not given.
It's not in touch. It's not in touch. No con.
Playing the advantage law very well.
Good.
There's the ball out the back and just opting to try and get that through the hands. Not the right idea. Not running onto the ball into space. Attempting to get the ball out wide after that, South Africa. I'm pretty fortunate that they're coming back for the scrum after all that advantage being played.
Yeah, there may well have been a hand in by Siakalisi as well, who was trying to make the tackle. May well have got a little fingertip and knocked that ball down. He is Captain Courageous, this man, Gus Creevy. Captaining Argentina for the 34th time. He's 32 years old now, he's 64th test match.
I need a long bind, not bind on the shoulder. Yeah, more longer.
South Africa will be happy with the start.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's to be expected, but both sides have come back from South Africa. It's been a little bit disjointed at times. The handling from both sides, you'd think pretty much the same. The errors have come in. As soon as they start settling to the stride, you'd expect the South African team in the manner in which they played last week, just to get the ascendancy over the Argentines.
Well, it's pretty much a middle scrum. South Africa, a slightly different lineup. Both wingers off to the right-hand side. Cornel Skosan, Raymond Rule, joined on the far side by Andries Kutsi. On the near side, it's Elton Yankees and the two midfielders.
And the scrum from the Argentines have been much stronger so far in this game. It's still an area that South Africa you'd expect to just get on top.
Goes down on the near side.
You just heard Pascal Gouzier asking Ramiro Herrera just to get a longer bind on his opposite number. Of course, it makes life pretty difficult for a tight head because it opens you up completely, and against a guy like the Beast, you don't really want to be opening up your chest.
Close your feet, and you bind your up. Yeah.
Well, the South African front row now with the 92nd cap for Beast and Toa Rira, 7th for Malcolm Marx, 28th for Kuni Oosthuizen, who has made most of those starts off the bench, but certainly coming into his own is Kuni Oosthuizen. Better scrum this time, Hougaard feeds.
Yeah, that's it. Much better.
Strong, powerful leg drive, and Argentina just giving way, surrendering almost at scrum time.
They put the gears into them. It's exactly what South Africa need right now. Kuni Oosthuizen once again keeping his shape, going up through the middle, and perfectly aided by Malcolm Marx and the Beastman Tawarira.
And Brew releases bind.
Again, they've dismantled this Argentinian pack. You've got to give it to that back five as well. Sometimes you never mention those gents that put a bit of effort in from behind. Franco Mostert and Eben Etzebeth.
It's normally just the front row that get it all the accolades.
All they
at
should
scrum
do,
time.
Joel. It's like your characters that kick for poles.
Well, this man, he's missed the 2 penalties, kicked just the 1 conversion from smack bang in front. He'll need to probably start just inside that right hand upright with the wind pushing off the far stand. That is a much better kick, just inside that right hand upright. 3 points it is. Super kick from Elton Yankees.
The subtle momentum shifts that can happen in test matches might have just happened right there. Big scrum from South Africa. And the point of contact that the Argentines really not, well, playing anywhere on them, it should be in that scrum, and that they've done.
Well, the scrums resulted in a penalty. It's not well gathered. Oh, it's disastrous for South Africa. It's brilliant from Argentina. Great chase from Ramiro Moyano. Just what South Africa didn't need. You need to collect your kickoffs. Once you've got points on the board, focus. Make sure you make a good kick receive. South Africa have let it bounce and they've been punished.
Pretty much of a nothing kick. Just not taking ownership of it, and the bounce favouring Argentina. And Ramiro Moyana, he gets in for another try. 55 points to his name in the jumper for Argentina. And he's got another one, a bit of a gift straight after South Africa scored.
Well, just when it was going so well for the Springboks, sloppy kick receipts and punished properly by Argentina. His 11th test try for Moyana. Hernandez with the real smooth kicking action, and it's a successful one. 10 points all.
Inexcusable error from South Africa from the kickoff. Really a nothing kick that went into space, and the bounce of the ball assisting Moyano.
Little chip again, chased by Etzebeth. Doesn't make the mistake of tackling someone in the air. Little lateral from Los Pumas. Kubeli, Lavanini, Herrera.
Yeah, stay on the
Space on the blind side. Malcolm Marx is going to have to shift. Skip pass. Space on the outside. Chucked inside. Gathered by Khaleesi. He's got Kutsi on the outside. It's a straight run in for Andries Kutsi. The crowd baying. Argentina not happy about something.
We're going upstairs for that last pass.
We had a doubt about the pass.
Yeah. But a clear run in from Andries Kutsi. The turnover ball. The best time to attack. South Africa have done that. Here's that last pass. So Glenn Newman has to adjudicate whether he's happy with Siya Khaleesi's last pass or not. Whoops.
Oops. I think you've summed it up. Oops.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, they're going to come back.
For me. Yeah, it's 4 pass, no try, and back to the scrum. No try. Yeah.
So unfortunate. I don't think there's much doubt about it.
Yeah. 4 pass.
Little sloppy again. The second time we've used the word around the way South Africa have gone about things. Sloppy at the kick receipt, and it's just a lack of concentration from Siya Khaleesi as he made that final pass. Made sure he drew the last man, but chucked it
Keep
forward.
working harder. Patience, slow, very slow. Crunch.
So a perfect opportunity for South Africa to have a go at this Argentine pack again. Up against that left-hand touchline for them. The thought process behind that, if they were to give away a penalty, a bit far out you'd think for Argentina to go for poles.
No, it's fine.
It's certainly an area where they can Try to give it a flat
We
out
are
go.
often pre-engage both. You have to find quickly the right gap, and I don't want pre-engage. I want the small gap at bind.
I'll tell you, if here's a pre-engage, it's going to suit Kuni Oosthuizen. Immensely strong individual. So negate any sort of pressure that comes through with that minimal hit that you get in the scrums these days.
Does have a considerable weight advantage over Lucas Nogueira as well, the 23-year-old weighing at 108 kgs. Kuni Oosthuizen at 124.
Set.
It's a good hit from both sides. Good steady scrum. Now it goes down. Is that boring in from Argentina? Not so, says.
They're going to get the advantage, edging forward, which is perhaps why they got the advantage for the scrum.
Well, it's a brutal contest in that front row at the moment.
You are captain, you have to be the example. Thank you. Thank you.
Saw Gus Creevy stepping forward there with a real show of aggression, told to just calm it down as captain.
Side is good. Yeah, it's good your side. It's not on your side.
Here's that scrum again, just to add up. You can see that he's got his power going out towards Beast's left shoulder, which is the best way to scrum against the Beast. He tries to get underneath you. So he's got one up on his opposite number.
Alemano with a line out win the carry bar. Lavanini. Hernandez at 10. Kubeli operating in that fly half roll. Tukulet trying to carry up the middle.
Leave it one.
Comes back. Is it the drop goal? It's an attempt. It's off to the right by the look of things. Only just. Not too much on for Juan Martin Hernandez.
Stop putting. Stop.
Dropped back in the pocket. Went for the 3.
I don't want.
Oh, not a bad option. Really nothing on. None of his players assisting the process of keeping possession.
Pablo Matera has carried the ball up strongly so far this afternoon.
A different player to last week.
He was quiet in Port Elizabeth last weekend as the kick is long from Elton Yankees. Took a left with a little show and go. Real fast feet, but smashed by the Beast. Cleared by Kubeli Hernandez. Good handling into the hands now of Lozano. He's lost it forward. Little error-ridden this game at the moment. Not quite as clinical as we would have liked.
Now from both sides, the execution hasn't been spot on. The front row battle, one apiece at the moment. Oh, it's just a simple execution. There's no real call for be dropping that ball. Thomas Lozano. What South Africa were looking for before the game in chatting to their coaching staff was areas of the field where they can attack from lineouts. Well, they haven't had those opportunities. If anything, they mostly have come from scrums.
Oh, it is a scrum attack now for South Africa's feeds. And clears. Kosan coming, goes across the front to Yankees. Creel on the outside. Oh, so close to getting through. Scrappy diving tackle from Orlando, but an important one it was on Jesse Creel. And that is stolen now by Argentina and then lost forward.
But you win, but you know.
Sure, Matias Orlando. So lucky. And Jesse Creel almost through that outside gap. So very happy with the steal. Not bad from Thomas Kubeli. And then unfortunately just spilling it forward.
Well, he's done himself a harm as Matias Orlando. I think he may have got one of those big Jesse Creel rising boots as he dived and just hung on to make the I'm not even sure it can be called a proper tackle. It was a grab and drag more so, but efficient it was.
They just tell me you have to long bind. Easy, okay? Yeah, you have to.
Matias Alemano, 25 years old, his 35th cap today, over 2 meters, 115 kilograms, the big fellow. And that man, Evan Etzebeth, is a monster, 2 meters 04. Well, he's been quite good so far, Francois Houcart, coming in for the injured Ross Grenier. One of 2 overseas players in the lineup.
Fine!
Tap and go. Hokart. Yankees, the skip pass. Could see man and ball. It's a bit of a floater of a pass it was. It will be stolen. It is stolen. Over the top goes the kick. There's going to be a big chase here. But into touch it goes. Well, De La Fuente, who's had scant opportunity so far this afternoon, was the man chasing, and bounce of the ball not quite suiting him.
Unfortunate for South Africa that Jaco Kriel scampering back for it. He's got a fair set of wheels, so he would have got there first anyway.
A little territorial game coming to the fore now from Argentina, trying to chase the Springboks back. Malcolm Marks surely to the front. It's just a matter of timing as Etzebeth will go up. Oh, it goes over his head to Mostert off the top. Yankees with the clearance. And once again, it is very efficient from the Springboks.
No problems with the exit plays. We saw that their 9th line out completion. Unfortunately, only 4 of those have been in attacking positions.
Planning from that South African coaching staff, very thorough in terms of the line out. Kubeli now moves it into the midfield. The inside pass to Ramiro Moyano. Kubeli's going to clear again. The rush defense from Khaleesi. The pop pass is a good one though. Forward goes Lavanini. Kubeli clears. Oh, it's not a great pass from Hernandez. Picked up by De La Fuente, I think it was. Maul is the call. And held up is the call from Pascal Gozer.
Strong work from Jan Serfontein. Haven't mentioned him much as of yet, but managing to get that turnover along with Jesse Kriel. He's literally ripping the gentleman up off his feet.
Joaquin Tukulet it was who was eventually held up. Well, even the crowd are a little bit quiet here, which is a good sign for the Springboks, managing to keep the home crowd a little quiet.
Just not managing to get his knee to ground to affect the tackle. Jan Serfontain's done a fantastic job there.
And you had some good help from Raymond Rule and Jesse Kriel. So with just a couple of minutes till the half-time break, 10 points all. Probably a fair result so far. Both teams have had their opportunities. South Africa, the one try through Sia Khaleesi. Argentina, the one through Ramiro Moyano, as another penalty goes the way of the Springboks at scrum time.
Two penalty, free kicks, that's enough in the scrum. You have to change your behavior, your approach, more discipline. Is the title under the pressure going down? 2 minute penalty and 1 free kick in the scrum. Talk with your player, change.
I think it's a fair call. Herrera under pressure from the beast, so he slips his bind. That's the first thing that happens. Straight to ground, the right penalty and the right chat to Captain Augustin Greevy.
Yep, dead right.
Yeah.
Well, not too much ball in hand for Raymond Rule. He's chased well, he's done what he's been asked to. It's been Jesse Kriel who's had the 1 or 2 little opportunities in the midfield to try and use his pace to get on the outside of Matthias Orlando.
And a wonderful touch for the try for Khaleesi.
Yep. Attacking line out for South Africa. To the front it goes. Tackled in the air almost was Ibn Etzebeth. And then from the side again from the Argentinian defenders it is. Advantage being played as Serfontein brings it up in the inside ball for Raymond Rule. Well met in defence. The ball spitting out and coming loose. We'll go back for the penalty. Oh, there's going to be a card here as well.
Yeah, he's had enough. Juan Manuel Leguizamon. You might think it's rather tough, but I think it's accumulation of the scrum penalties and a bit of ill discipline that's come into the game. He's not happy. There we go. Too many infringements. Rightly so from Pascal Gozer.
Line's not over. Come from the side.
Well, it may be his 78th test for Leguizamon, but he's going to spend 10 minutes in the sun.
You can't even call that cynical. Almost took the ball from the back of the line-out.
And no surprise, South Africa have kicked it to the corner. Will look to set up that driving maul with one man short in the
extra numbers with young Serfontein in there as well.
Serpentine pops it to Malcolm Marks. Elton Yankees, so close. 1 meter out, trying to stretch and score.
Yeah,
He's got it over the line, but there might be an element of a double movement. And again, Glenn Newman, it's been a busy afternoon for the man
Glenn?
from New Zealand.
Just try yes or no.
Try yes or no?
Yeah.
Well, as he grounded the ball in one movement. Not sure we're going to see anything from there. That may well have been a little bit after the ball was either grounded or not grounded.
Well, certainly looked like it was on the line. It all depends if it's momentum, a double movement. Allowed to place the ball.
I think he certainly
When
grounded
I
it
saw
over the
this
line.
screen, for me, it's a try.
I think that's going to be a try.
Yes, I made a word
He's
try.
allowed the option of placing it. That he's
Time
done.
on.
Well, it's brilliant from Elton Yankees. Ran into the space. The stretch and score was absolutely perfect, just over the line, and he has grounded the ball for try number 2 for South Africa. He completes the 7-pointer with a conversion, and South Africa are 17 points to 10 in the lead.
Another set move from the line out, utilising Jan Serpentine, who's in the 2 jumping position. We've got the momentum forward, and Janch is just managing to place the ball over the line, cleverly so. And South Africa, they need to field this kickoff.
Bear in mind they lost the last one. They didn't gather it well at all. This time no mistake as Mostert gathers.
It's inside.
Right on the brink of half-time, Elton Yankees sends it downtown and into touch, into the crowd. There'll be about 20 seconds left in the first half for Argentina to have one final attack in this first 40.
Almost from a defensive point of view, just trying to run down the clock towards half-time. Elton Janches normally goes for the longer kick in that sort of space and area.
The hooter sounds. To the back it goes. Argentina, Kubeli into the midfield. The show from Geronimo De La Fuente is well met in defence though from a resolute South African lineup. The carry from Thomas Lavanini to the blindside sweep. Argentina, the skip pass this time into the hands of Ramiro Moyano. Moving away from the touchline back infield. Into the burly hands of Herrera. Game coming short. Oh, strong from Matera, but well met. Hernandez now, not backwards was the call. The little chip over the top. Boycott tries to gather. Malcolm Marks does gather. The ball spits out, and surely Etzebeth will just run it into touch. In fact, he puts it on that trusty right boot of his. And the first half comes to an end. It's 1 try to Argentina, that to Ramiro Moyano, 2 to South Africa, Sia Kolisi and Elton Yankees. 17 points to 10, the visitors lead. A really good half for the Springboks. As Argentina got off to a pretty decent start with the first 3-pointer of the game. And in fact, moving on straight to highlights of the Argentine try. Ramiro Moyano it was who capitalized from a South African poor kick receipt. First try of the game for Argentina. No gather, Robbie Kempson. How important is it to make sure you kick your...
There should be someone in the pocket there, just behind. Probably Jesse Creel's the man that should be behind Franco Mostert. Inexcusable for that to be happening. You can see Creel just in no man's land. And the try going in the way of Ramiro Moyano.
Well, he did chase up well, did Moyano, as Argentina got their first try of the first half. Well, this was South Africa's first try of the game. It was Sia Kolisi who capitalised on a brilliant kick from Elton Yankees. The chase was good from Jesse Creel. The timing of the pass was perfect. We went back to check that there was no offside at the kick. There certainly wasn't. The pass was definitely backwards. Great try for Sia Kolisi.
And that weight of the kick from Janches and the very quick hands from Jesse Creel. Really, that set it up. A planned move. They did it during practice throughout the week. And Kolisi this time, he's got it down.
Yeah, much said as well about that space in behind the defensive line. And at 10 points to 3, it was the poor kick receipt from South Africa, having just scored a great try. No gather. Moyano was very quick to make a good chase, and the bit of poor play from the Springboks, allowing Argentina back into the game.
A player should be behind the lock in the pocket. He wasn't, in the form of Jesse Creel. Moyano jumps in it, and an easy try goes to Argentina.
Well, that tied things up at 10-all once the conversion went over. It was a good gather from Moyano. Creel was trying to get back, and as much as he should have been filling that space, there's no way that ball should have been allowed to bounce by the Springbok kick receivers. Good little tap up from Moyano, good gather, and round he went. The conversion from Juan Martin Hernandez was spot on, and at that point the scores were tied up at 10 apiece. And South Africa with the ball to the back, the peel, Argentina expecting the maul. It was round the corner, and a bit of brilliance from Elton Yankees, that step and go, and look at this for a stretch and somehow score. Kick the conversion. And that puts South Africa out to 17 points to 10. Some individual brilliance.
Now from Judge, he's allowed to place it. That he does. And Glenn Newman and referee Pascal Gouzier were both in agreement that it was a try.
Yes, I made it was a try. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Time on.
Pascal Gouzier eventually awarded the try, and it's South Africa in a commanding position at the break.
Now that they are discipline an issue again for these Argentines. 2 yellow cards at the moment. They still got one in the bin going into the second half. And you see those penalties, 7-2 of South Africa. Line out completion, not a problem for either. South Africa, a bit of an ascendancy in the scrums. The Argentines did get one up over the South Africans with one penalty. Territory possession very even, particularly on a field that is quite short.
Well, half-time here at the Estadio Pedro Ernesto Matarino in Salta. It's South Africa who lead by 17 points to 10, courtesy of 2 tries, Khaleesi and Yankees. Penalty from Yankees and 2 conversions. And for Argentina, penalty, a long-distance penalty from the winger, Emiliano Boffelli. Try from Ramiro Moyano, and the conversion from Juan Martin Hernandez. Argentina were out on the field very quickly, weren't they?
No, that they were, and they still got a man in the bin. The discipline, a problem once again for the Argentines. So 2 yellow cards so far in this game, and you can ill afford that at international level. You just get that feeling of the Springboks, so they just start upping the tempo slightly and might have these Argentines really on the back foot.
And for those of you who've joined us a bit late, it is South Africa playing in red today. It's a commemorative jersey, 25 years of rugby unity in South Africa. And we're told it was the last colour available on the South African flag, which is why the Boks are in the red jersey.
Red captain.
Well, it's certainly working for them. No blushes today. They've been pretty good in the first half. They lead by 17 points to 10 as Hernandez gets us underway. Kutsi gathers. No real opportunity to run for Andries Kutsi today. Hopart, Yankees will go to the near touchline, and it's a pretty decent kick.
Exits have not been a problem for South Africa, except from the one kickoff, which led to that try from Argentina. Ascendancy in the scrums, you'd think they're slightly building the edge there, which really was the start to the yellow card that went to Guzman.
Quick throw in, taken at the front, well met by Malcolm Marx, driving it into touch, not able to though, and it's Nogueira who stays in the field of play. The ball goes to his front row partner Herrera, making a couple of hard yards. Kubeli playing to the blind side again, and lost forward by Thomas Lavanini.
Errors aplenty from Argentina in that first half, a couple from South Africa, it must be said. But definitely execution between forwards and backs has not been at its best from Argentina.
Super tackle from Beast and Tairira. 41st rugby championship game. What a servant he's been. We say it week in, week out, and his form just continues to be absolutely brilliant. Back to the front it goes, gathered, not quite gathered by Kassim. Argentina come away with it. Kubeli skips Lavanini, and this carry is strong from Creevy. Now the crowd all of a sudden getting in behind their team. De La Fuente, well tackled by Serfontaine. The long skip pass. Captain Creevy carries it up. Not too far though. He's well met in defence by South Africa. Kubeli under pressure from Sia Khaleesi and Jaco Kriel. Now it's Matero in that scrum half position. Argentina looking for ways to get through the South African defence. Matera again, this time with a pick and go. Kubeli, Lavanini, big strong man, getting a little bit of go forward. Kubeli into the hands of Nogueira. Now it's out to the number 14, Ramiro Moyano, who's all the way across from the far side. Kubeli sniping. Carried up by Nogueira, trying to do the hard yards. Oh, Argentina. Kubeli with some space on the outside. Tukulek, Moyano. Kubeli ever present with the ball in hand. De La Fuente does well to release it, as does Lavanini, but Argentina going backwards a little bit. Open side, Hernandez. A little show and go, trying to find some space, held by Malcolm Marx, and the crowd are getting vocal. Kubeli, has he knocked that on? Well, it's in from the side from South Africa.
Oh, he's going to be very fortunate here, Zé Kasim. That potentially could have been a yellow card in that area of the field. I'm surprised Augustin Greavy's not baying for one.
They're going to kick it goal, Argentina. It's a much better start to the second half from a team that were really full of errors in the first.
Yeah, they look pretty much down and out going into half-time. Some renewed energy and vigour coming into him. Slick handing this time around, going to hand. And Lucas Nogueira involved in numerous occasions, as was Hernandez. It's a better execution from the Argentines, and Zé Kasim in from the side on that. Fairly fortunate not to be getting it more.
Well, bear in mind that Lavanini spent time in the sin bin for a dangerous tackle, but Juan Manuel Leguizamon is still in the sin bin for coming in from the side, as Hernandez just simply pops it over, releasing a valuable 3 points to Argentina.
A score first after half-time. Vitally important, and the Argentines have got that. Just chatting about the bench at half-time, you think South Africa, when they unleash that bench later on the game and both sides start fatiguing, pretty much a much stronger one.
Yeah, you'd think so. Some real impact players will be getting a run later in the game for South Africa. Some real abrasive players, as well as the kickoff is gathered by Thomas Lozano. He does well to shrug out of a tackle or two, and Kubeli's down that blind side again. The handling good. Boffelli is back on the left wing position, receiving it, staying away from the touchline. Oh, the little dummy from Matias Alamano. Maybe slow ball for Kubeli this time round. And straight back in the pocket to Hernandez. It's a high, it's a monster up and under. Could see goes up and gathers somehow brilliantly. In the traffic he was, did really well to gather the beast with some good hands. Etzebeth is going to show and go, and gives a little dummy and a brilliant offload to the beast, who's making some brilliant yardage up the middle. Quick ball required, not coming, and oh, it's held on the ground. Super attempted steal.
Thomas Lozano, that is a fantastic steal. The beast not being able just to roll himself over and place the ball. Lozano has done fantastically well, showing tremendous strength.
Boy, and it was needed. South Africa were on the charge. They were in behind the Argentinian defence and looking to play wide, looking for quick ball to move it wide.
Hernandez nudges it into touch. You see that quick ball down. That's left touchline. Fantastic take, it must be said. Andries could see a lot of pressure on him. No problem whatsoever. Very talented footballer.
Very assured at the back, as is that man, ball in hand. Matias Alamano gathering at the line out the inside. Look from Kubeli, not delivered. Yaku Kriel, who's not had too much opportunity, but this time round has done well, is holding up Kubeli and should win the scrum, and does.
We would have expected, particularly from Argentina, their back row, that were very quiet last week and kept so by Zé Kasim, Yaku Kriel and Siya Kolisi. They've upped the tempo for this one. Kriel this time does affect the turnover.
Good to see the South African backline running in there to congratulate Yaku Kriel and the forwards for some real good efforts and brilliant work to force the turnover as Leguizamon makes ready to come back on.
This is that steal from Lozano. Really strong upper body work, very well done.
Crutch! Bind!
Now there really is a pre-engagement from both sides, and they said that would potentially help Kuni Oosthuizen more with all his strength and keeping in on the angle. They've got the advantage.
Flat goes Elton Yankees. Oh, Jesse Creel can't hang on. Argentina looking to counter-attack. Boffelli with the little dummy. He's still going. Is Boffelli back on his feet? Kubeli looking for the player. Pascal Gozer's almost in the way as Hernandez offloads brilliantly. And now comes Pablo Matera with the pass. Charging run. Kubeli, and again Argentina on the charge. The crowd in behind them. Finally turned over. In fact, knocked on. And there's space on the outside for Cornel Skosar. Andries could see, frees him up. Argentina getting across. The interpassing is good. Could see needing to offload now, and well tackled in the midfield by Matthias Orlando. Numbers on the outside. South African come again. Sia Kolisi, the inside ball. Jaco Kriel. Surely Kolisi's in for his second today. No doubt about it. Brilliant counter-attack from South Africa. Sia Kolisi, try number 2 here in Salta.
Wonderful display here from South Africa from their own try line. It was all Argentina on the attack. They got the turnover, and in unison, Andries Coetzee and Cornel Skosar, they started it off. Momentum aplenty, and Janchis with the pass out wide, which really set it up. Seeing the space, Creel at scrum off. This is the pass from Janchis to get it all the way out wide. Kolisi back on the inside was the right option. Creel with pace aplenty, times the pass to perfection. And Sia Kolisi, try number 2 here in Salta this afternoon.
Well, it's just brilliant counter-attacking from the Springboks. Well read amongst the back 3. Andries could see. And then that little pass, Sia Kolisi reading the play superbly to be in the right place and the right time to gather and score.
So Malcolm Marx just seen the option on the outside right from the try line. This is the Argentines on attack. You can see Malcolm Marx sees the opportunities out there. Coetzee and Skosar get the momentum going forward. Janchis with the wide pass out wide. Just look at the work of Creel back on the inside. Just the pass back to Kolisi. The 1-2, Kolisi over for his second.
Scored in Port Elizabeth last week, and he's got 2 this afternoon in Salta. As Etzebeth rumbles it forward a little bit, left behind by Kassim. A couple of changes coming, we'll confirm that in just a second. As Elton Yankees goes to the far open side. Hernandez lets it bounce, and away it goes into touch. Super kick from Elton Yankees.
You'd expect more of a ball in hand approach from Argentina. They've had that, just those errors coming at vital stages. And very much a territorial game being played by both sides at the moment.
Back on their own 22 are Los Pumas. Change in the second row. The new man on the field is Tego Desio, who wins the line out, and the kick is way down the middle of the field. Coetzee goes across and gathers. You can see Cornel Skosar just showing him to kick it downtown. If this bounces horribly, it could go dead. Sits up a little bit, sits up brilliantly for Tukelet, who's in the right place. His kick is a good one. Oh, his kick is a great one. Elton Yankees will play quickly. Hokart. Long kick it goes. The crowd are baying. I'm not sure what for. Boffelli stays away from the touchline. Puts it on his right boot. And into touch it goes. Little period of consolidation from both teams.
Want to be playing in the right areas. It's a question whether this ball was out or not. Had it crossed the line. Not knowledgeable, this crowd at times, no?
Well, wholesale change for the Springboks, as you can see. Mostert, the Beast, and Kassim all making way here in the 52nd minute. Good day's work for all 3 of those players, as Etzebeth looks to carry it up.
Thanks.
Hokart. Oosthuizen. Skip behind. Oh, it's charged down. Van Hernandez is trying to get away and does. Dupree with the tackle, cuts off with the assist. Two of the fresh legs on the field as Creevy knocks it on.
It's a chance gone begging for Argentina. And Creevy will know it. A real warrior that he is. It's just the handling errors in the second half, 4 of them. And that was definitely not the right idea from Jan Serfontein. Defence was up quickly from Argentina. He should have just held on to that and try to set up the next phase. And Creevy just spilling it, unfortunately, for South Africa.
Well, it's Connie Oosthuizen who's going to need a little bit of help. Surely we'll see Trevor Nyankana make his way onto the field. Kitsoff, Pieter-Steph du Toit, Jean-Luc Dupree, the men who have come on for South Africa. And that is Enrique Pereto, who is on for Argentina.
And on to the tight head side. So he probably figures that the beast is off. He might have an easier day. Not going to be so against Kitsoff, I can tell you that much.
No, he's a good player, is Kitsoff, isn't he? He's always been a decent scrummager. He's just got better, and his all-round play has improved enormously. But Kuni is fine. Made of granite is the former Cheetahs Free State player. Of course, now with the Sharks.
Let's go! No, don't move, stay.
So what the ref was chatting about is that pre-engage at half-time, Pascal Gazette and Lucas Nogueira. I can't understand why he'd want that, because as Kuni, with that tremendous upper body strength, would have him under the pressure more often than not. It's a good scrum from both sides, maintaining the pressure.
Hougaard, Elton Yankees, Creel on the outside, tackled this time by De La Fuente. South African backs commit, win the ball. Etzebeth with a little handoff to Du Toit, who slipped it almost by accident to Malcolm Marx. Lost backwards is the call, but that may well be lost forward by Dupree. Well, knock on off a blue shirt is the call from Pascal Gauzer.
I think it was Augustine Creevy. Just giving the referee a little bit of a nod there, saying yes, probably. Malcolm Marx ever present, and just unfortunate from the tall timber of Pieter-Steph du Toit trying to get down.
Well, Jan Serfontein and the Beast making 8 tackles apiece. Francois Hougaard also right up there near the top of the stats with 7.
50 minutes of rugby, 8 tackles for a new set prop. Sterling effort.
Wouldn't have happened in your day.
Oh, no, it was about 12, 13, Joel. Come on, what are you talking about? Which is about 12 more than you would have done.
Oh, well, exactly. Well, nice little blind side here for South Africa to play on. Jean-Luc Dupree packing at number 8. Hernandez is across to defend that blind side. The scrum from South Africa is strong once again. Hougaard goes to the left. Elton Yankees. It's a little dink over the top once again. It's read by Tukelet. The bounce is horrible, and Tukelet is still going. Well weighted kick from Yankees, chasing Argentina back, making them play from deep. And from deep they'll have to go if they're going to win this game. They trail by 24 points to 13. Here's Hernandez this time with the weighted kick, looking for that far touchline. Could see as across. Goes high and long, there's plenty of time. Swirling ball for Tukelet, who calls the mark.
Mark is here. Stay here.
And he's on that left foot and finds his touch. So used to seeing him run and carry the ball. Tukelet, no real opportunity today.
Exceptionally dangerous with ball in hand. Hasn't been given the opportunity, it must be said, from South Africa. The way they're tactically kicking the ball at the moment.
Well, I think they've kicked the ball tactically well, but they really have a structured defensive plan at the moment. The last 4 tests, and bear in mind they haven't won away from home since 2015, and a big part of that success is the defense. If you are to win away from home, you have to defend like Trojans. South Africa beefed it up properly as they set up the ball and smuggle it back. Malcolm Marx has it in his hands now. Bear in mind, you can't go beyond the ball, so smuggled back into the hands of Jean-Luc Dupree. Into the hands now of Etzebeth as South Africa rumble forwards. Same maul it is. It's a brilliant maul from the Springboks. Finally it comes to ground. There's a bit of argy-bargy in the back as Hougaard makes the break. Cleaned out by Serfontein, and Nyunkana picks and goes. Short and strong with a low centre of gravity is Trevor Nyunkani. There's still argy-bargy happening on the far side as Kitsov looks to get over the gain line. Little half break from the front row forward. Hougaard scoops and passes, and there's numbers on the outside. Oh, it's tapped down. That could be a yellow card.
If it is, because Thomas Lavanini has already got one to his name.
It would be a red if it's deemed to be a slap down. Sia Khaleesi asking the question.
So Evan Etzebeth having a chat as well. That's good captaincy, getting his ear.
It's not the bottom of the red. For me, it's a red.
You have the red for number 8 blue and number 20 red. Because first is Stefan.
8 blue.
8 blue and 20 red.
Yeah, okay.
And over there, are you asking
Is it delivery no call? It's penalty in yellow card? Yeah, it's a penalty in yellow card.
Oops. Oh, it's trouble. Penalty and a yellow card. That'll be the end of the day for Thomas Lavanini. A second yellow card, professional foul, professional knockdown.
Can you review, Glenn, when I... Okay? Just confirm between number 8 and number 20. Okay? I don't need more, okay? Judges on my back, they cover my back, okay? You have to stay on the plane, okay? To play, okay? Here is action for number 5 is deliberate. For me, just one option is yellow card, okay? For who? For deliberate no call. Yeah, I know. But second yellow card. He knocks the ball.
Any hope Argentina might have had has just gone with that red card. That's the right call by the referee, and the assistant referee remained put. There's also going to be a little bit of a chat with Peter Steph de Troy and what happened between him and Leguizamon.
I need to see the deliberate no call, the actual full play, and to know it's prevented.
It's quite fierce and ferocious on the ground. There Jean-Luc Dupuis comes in, and Peter Steph is standing tall and proud. And
yeah, and this is all going on the big screen, so the crowd, they won't be happy with this at all.
well, Lavanini's been in trouble before today. He's right in the thick of things. He's run in as a third party after, or just before slapping it down. Quite possibly and almost certainly deserves that second yellow.
I mean, discipline has cost this Argentine side in the championship before, and it will again today.
Can you show me the angle?
Pascal Gauzer is going to have a look at the little argy-bargy on the big screen.
You can see he's refed in France before, being a Frenchman.
Yeah.
Just let the fight go on, let the game carry.
Oh, and rightly so. There's the intentional knockdown, and if it hadn't been a knockdown, it would most certainly have been a try in the corner.
Yeah,
Ten-trick it would have been for Sia Khaleesi.
Have a look at that.
Probably try. For me, it's a penalty try.
Yeah, penalty try, sure.
I don't want to see that.
So that I've gone on with this discussion regarding the foul play. What Pascal Gauzer is looking for is a penalty try option.
No, that's fine.
Well, you have to be 100% sure there would have been a try scored. That pass was floating. They assume it would have been caught, but maybe not. Lavanini has come running in from 100 miles away to get involved in the, I wouldn't quite say fisticuffs, but the pushing and shoving.
And that was after he's tapped down.
I want the Ingles, please.
Right shot of the deliberate knockdown in the corner.
South Africa have gone back to the other side of the halfway line, assuming that it is a penalty try. We are going to have a quick look to see if it is. It would have been most certainly a try.
A bit like a two-man overlap. He would have to in some sort of execution, one would have thought. But there we go into Sia Khaleesi, run into the touchline. Is there cross-cover defence? He's in the form of Enrico Pereto. What do you have got there?
Never.
Drop forward.
Well, it's going to be a penalty try. Pascal Gauzer is under the poles, and South Africa have a 7-pointer. And the lead is now 31 points to 13, and it's just getting messy for Argentina.
Discipline issues once again in Super Rugby. The Agueras, they battled throughout with it. Yes, Daniel Hougaard would have brought in the likes of Thomas Lavanini and Leguizamon to bring some of that experience into it. But certainly their petulance is going to cost them.
So we're underway again after a lengthy delay. Yankees catches and will no doubt clear to the far touchline. And that is another super clearance. He really has generaled the game well. There's a couple of changes for Argentina. Sanchez replaces Hernandez, Landajo replaces Kubeli, and Julian Montoya replaces Captain Gus Creevy.
It's all about damage limitation. As you see Marcos Kramer come onto the field. And Pablo Matero has probably been the pick of the loose forwards for Argentina. He takes his leave. Much better outing from Pablo Matero today.
Very quiet last week. First throw from Montoya is gathered at the back by Dacio. Really pages on for South Africa as well. Landajo finding a runner. Not too much progress for Argentina. A little kick over the top from Landajo. Skasan goes up high and gathers brilliantly. Page. Etzebeth. Been fantastic today, the captain. Set a fine example across the board, Yeben Etzebeth. As Page finds Yankees in the pocket. High and deep he goes. Tukelet gathers. Not Tukelet, it's Sanchez.
Step back.
He's kicked it high. Tukelet might gather, can't gather. It's towed ahead by Landajo. He pops it out. On a try for Argentina, it's going to be, we're going to go upstairs and just check on the, it's in the hoarding boards, and again we've got a bit of bad blood.
Yeah, there might be problems here again. I just get the feeling Andres Coetzee went through with a tackle that he might have not had to. But certainly, temper's off right. At some stages, particularly Nicolas Sanchez, he's fighting against the wrong beast there.
Quite baying for an Argentinian result here.
15 went late and charged the shooter.
I made him want to try. Yellow card and penalty to restart.
Andres Coetzee is in a bit of trouble here. He's going to get the yellow card, isn't he?
Well, it's going to be a double whammy for him. He made the error and that led to the try, and he's now going to get a yellow card for a dangerous tackle into the boards afterwards.
You came with the late charge on the previous score. It's yellow card against you, and I restart for the penalty.
Probably just frustration from Andres Coetzee after missing that high ball.
It's all happening now. It was quite quiet in the first half. The crowd was subdued, and all of a sudden they're baying for blood. And Argentina have responded well. Conversion is a good one from Nicolas Sanchez. 31 points to 20. South Africa lead.
He's baying for the crowd to get behind this Argentine team. Here's the mistake from Coetzee. Tukelet did very well in the air, as does Landajo once again with that final pass. He scored a try last week from a similar type of play. And Coetzee, a yellow card coming from that late tackle. Penalty centre field for Argentina. Feli's up.
Feli's up and looking to have another shot at goal. And it's into the slight breeze. It's not that much of a breeze. It's almost like it's died down a fraction. Bear in mind the field is a fraction shorter, so this is probably 45, 46 meters or so. Distance shouldn't be a problem.
And the one he kicked from his own half right at the beginning of the game sailed through the uprights, meters to spare.
going to be short. The crowd like it, and over it goes. Another great kick from Emiliano Boffelli. 31 points to 23. The lead cut to just 8.
And a red card in the bin and making all the play, Argentina. South Africa going to have to settle things down and just try to constrain this attacking prowess of Argentina, particularly that back three. Tukule, Emiliano and Boffelli. And a very dangerous Martin Nadajo.
Elton Yankees gets us underway again. Loki's on the old head, the experienced number 8 gathers well. Nandajo looking for runners, but no, it's back to the left-footed Tukuled, who goes long and down the line. Raymond Rule, who's had scant opportunity to have ball in hand today, makes the gather, but it's a good clearance from Argentina.
It's what we expected, not the free running play that South Africa did last year. There's the try coming in from Matias Moroni, and the reason for the anger, the yellow card and the penalty on the centre line.
So Malcolm Marx feeds the line out. Dupree gathers well at the back. South Africa set up the maul. Marx at the back. Well structured again. Longish maul from South Africa. Malcolm Marx left with no option but to peel. Does well, he's still going. Good strong leg drive. Rudy Page clears. Yankees. Raymond Rule, he's got numbers on the outside. Lets it go eventually to Jesse Creel. And Rudy Page brings it back into Trevor Nyakane with a brilliant offload. Peter Steptoe almost into the space. Page going back to the blind side. Serfontaine. Good go forward from South Africa. Through the middle comes Moroni. Surely was he onside? Elton Yankees a little cumbersome in his regather and his run, but forward he goes and sets it up again. Dupree, so strong, so physical, flicks it out the back of the hand though. Kitsoff is going to have to tidy things up for South Africa. A little bit of hot potato stuff here from the Springboks at the moment, and that's a super kick and really well gathered from Tukulet. Raymond Rule may well have rights to play that ball and does.
Oh, it's a quality tackle from Siya Kolisi, and Rule straight in over the top. Just a bit of advantage that South Africa need at the moment. Frenetic it is. And that's when Argentina were very dangerous.
Yeah. Here's the tackle again. Raymond Rule across from the far side. Hands on the ball. Just a little indirect with the Springboks there for a moment or two. Not quite decisive enough, one might say.
You think of the state of the game and talk about the championship and how it's set up at the moment. All Blacks not getting the 5 points this morning against Australia. Fantastic game that was. But South Africa, they need 5 out of this one, there's no question.
Yeah, that they do. That they do. And to get that, they're going to have to score 2 more tries. Without Argentina scoring 1. Marx, he's had another big afternoon here in Salta. Peter Steptoe gathers, and once again the driving maul set up from the Springboks. The second shove is a good one. Argentina defending this time resolutely.
It's a much stronger base. You've got the momentum.
Page clears. Kitsoff. Strong leg drive from Stephen Kitsoff. Does a little second turn. Oh, it's lost forward.
Yeah, no question coming in from the side. What is Page off for?
Well, the last maul was a great one. Did you kick it out again?
I'd kick it out again, and just think that last maul was so much tighter. The base was set, was firm, was going forward. Anyway, they could have stopped it is by erring on the offside line, as they did right there. Martin Nadajo.
Mind you, if he hadn't come in from the side and given it down, South Africa would looking good to score.
It's never going to be a pretty one if they get it.
Lots of numbers in the line out, but it's not gathered. Eventually it's Creel who's got it. Somehow Dupree managed to push it backwards and not lose it forward. Page clears into the midfield. Peter Steph du Toit. Back to the blind side. It's been a tactic of the Springboks all afternoon as Elton Yankees pass pops it to Serpentine, who can't gather. Argentina will now have to play from deep, which they are prepared to do. Sanchez slips it out to De La Fuente into the hands of Orlando. Wide it goes again. The grubber through, and the chase coming from the men in the blue and white. Back goes Jesse Creel, and into touch he carries it. Argentina are going to look to play quickly. No, they're not. They're going to calm it and settle it down. The crowd on their feet.
They're definitely behind their side now. They've been pretty subdued, you'd think, all day. That red card has got them on their feet. An error from Jan Serfontein, just slipping out of his hand. And South Africa's opportunities towards the try line of Argentina. They're going a begging too often. Jesse Creel doing well to get back along with Raymond Raw.
Well, it's all physical, it's all quite aggressive out there still as the ball goes over the top. Khaleesi with some nifty footwork, and it's going to be Matias Orlando who's got to chase back and gather. The wave of red defenders chasing him down as he puts ball on boots and sends it back towards the halfway line.
Quite a bit more pressure coming onto that Argentine line out since they've lost Thomas Lavanini.
Siya Khaleesi has had another huge afternoon, hasn't he?
Absolutely energetic all over the park. Tackles aplenty. And the two tries with a support play and a set move. You can just see the areas in the line out coming. The main man off the field with the double yellow card.
Well, there's some water coming on for the Argentinians. Malcolm Marx is getting ready to throw it in. The water carriers are going to have to make way very quickly. A lot said about the Springbok red jerseys before the game, but they've proved so far to be quite inspirational. Marx, du Toit, Khaleesi peels it back to Rudy Page. Serfontein, the pass behind to Creel. Strong leg drive from the Golden Lions player. Creel comes through, the double pass behind Malcolm Marx. It was a bit loopy, but the handling was brilliant. Dupree couldn't hang on, but it's lost backwards. As Page clears into the midfield, it's a little deep and frenetic once again. The kick pass from Yankees is too much.
Sometimes simple and direct is much better than the elaborate. A lot of the times you're practicing, there's a bay for maybe a skew throw, but that aside, this training you do practice the elaborate and do have a game plan, but sometimes straight up the guts of it, probably an easy option.
Well, it's Argentina trying to set up the ball. It's all very upright from both teams, going nowhere. Landajo looking at the blind side, goes to the open. Sanchez, it's a big high hanging up and under. Raymond Rule is waiting, gathers easily. Throws the long pass out. It's a little risky. Is he tackled in the air? Squasson, Serfontein moves it out to Creel on the standing in the wing position, chucked inside, and Squasson gets man and ball for the second time. As Page carries it forward, and the crowd urging the men in blue and white to come forward and make their tackles. Slowing it down. Eben Etzebeth, the captain, just saying, let's just calm it all down. Give it to me, I'll carry it up, says Etzebeth, and there he goes with a hurdle over the ruck and a big, strong, gripping handoff. Now Page clears. Trevor Nyakani, nowhere to go. Makes a few hard yards. Creel looking for the pick and go. And Yankees is going to stick one up as South Africa also move towards a bit more of a territorial game. No real chase. As Sanchez has some space to run into and make the pass. Out on the far left-hand side is Landajo on the wing. Sanchez is now, and it's holding on the ground. Sanchez doesn't like the decision, but it's a brilliant steal from Malcolm Marx.
Malcolm Marx again. Very strong in that breakdown area. Probably one of the premier hookers in world rugby at the moment. The manner he goes about his work, particularly that breakdown area, very strong.
Well, he's only 23 years old, and this is his 7th test, and already we're talking about him as one of the premier hookers in world rugby, as Landacho carried it up.
In unison, the two Lions players, Jaco Kriel, along with Malcolm Marks.
Well, I think this is a good decision. I would have been tempted to kick for goal, one or two of those last penalties as well, and just chase that scoreboard out a little bit, put some scoreboard pressure on the home team. It's an 8-point deficit at the moment. This will chase it to 11.
Well, the win's more important than 5 points.
Absolutely. And I think to win away from home, particularly for a team who haven't won away from home since the World Cup in 2015, it would be a huge result for South Africa to come here to Salta and go away with a hard-fought victory. Well, he likes it, does Elton Yankees, and for good reason. It's a super strike. And South Africa now extend that lead to 34 points to 23.
Good strike under the pressure as Damian De Allender comes onto the field. Young Serpentine takes his leave. And Andries could see her back in the fullback position.
Damian De Allender will bring some brute strength as the kickoff is only just 10 meters. It's well controlled by Boffelli. Did well to wait for it to cross the 10-meter line before he gathered. As Montoya clears into the midfield, a no-look pass, finding a little bit of space to run into. Landacho with a show and go. Kitsoff is trying to hold him up. There's an arm out. Advantage being played for the high tackle.
Oh, just technically incorrect, unfortunately, for Kitsoff. It's the right idea. The Dacho so dangerous around those fringes. I'll tell you what, Sanchez has wasted no time kicking that for touch.
Well, it is only 11 points. Sense of scoring twice, certainly not impossible for Argentina.
Kitsoff trying to hold him up, unfortunately, left arm around the neck of Landacho.
Numbers in the line are slightly short and 5 for Argentina. The South Africans have to quickly make way. The ball is controlled at the back by Julian Montoya, but going nowhere are Argentina. To ground it's gone. The South African red jerseys fan out in defence. And Leguizamon static. To the blind side, the sweep, and it's a little grabber in behind. Raymond Rule, I think, got there first.
I think that's a great call by assistant referee Nick Berry.
No need to go upstairs, the decision made.
Raymond Rule, what a dive. Saved a certain try, although Boffelli thought he might have got a touch to it. Let's have a look at that. Daho again, so dangerous. No, he's got it right. Quality from Nick Berry.
Well, Raymond Rule hasn't had much opportunity to carry the ball. He's certainly defended like a Trojan and received kicks well as Landacho sends it to Leguizamon once again. Kolisi, the colossal Kolisi, makes the tackle as the diminutive Landacho somehow finds a bit of space to run into and roll away. Nogueira with the effort to carry or make some hard yards. Landacho. Sanchez again, space on the outside, but the pass is poor. Nowhere for Matias Moroni to go. And this time around, it is the Argentinian backs that somehow managed to process the ball. Knocked down by a red defender, is the call from the referee. And Argentina have got to score from 80 meters out if they are to have any hope of getting back into this game with the clock winding down. De La Fuente back into the middle of the field, stepping and going. He goes to ground, but he's up again, not held in the tackle. As Landacho clears. Creamer. Landacho again sweeps it down to the left-hand side. De La Fuente, Leguizamon. Oh, he's just lingered a little bit. Could see he tries to gather the ball off the ground, but Argentina somehow scramble it backwards as Tucolet clears it. Montoya, as he held up in the tackle, somehow gets to ground. Now there's space on the left-hand side for De La Fuente. Tukalet with a little holding it up. Sanchez with a quick hands. De La Fuente, Landajo, South African defence scrambling. And all the way to the far side go Argentina. Mateus Orlando. And again, Khaleesi times his run well and tries to disrupt things. Now there's a bit of space in behind. The kick not quite good enough. Is it going to work for? Well, it works more for Rudy Page as the ball fortuitously bounces into his hands. Could see now will send it back to Elton Yankees, who will surely send it downtown, and does so with a spiralling torpedo.
Reverse torpedo it was that.
Well, his angle was cut. He had no option really. Couldn't get the end over end kick away as Bongi Mbonambi makes himself ready to come on.
Yeah, questions whether it was a knock on. Came off the knee. Doesn't seem like there are any fingertips to it. It's scrambling in defence, South Africa. It's all the play of the Argentines with that red card in the bin.
Malcolm Marks, who's had a superb evening, makes way. Bongi Mbonambi comes on. One of those players, he's been given the opportunity. He's also contributed enormously.
Fire away.
Short line out to the back it goes. Well gathered. It's Leguizamon who comes around the corner after the tap by Ortega Decio. De La Fuente looking to penetrate up the middle, and Dacho, the little pick and go, and the ball is ripped out and stolen by Dupree. Dialendi looks to the left-hand side, and Andries could see, steps into the midfield, and he's looking for a little bit of space, offloads to Jesse Creel. South Africa look to come pouring forward again. Kits off, Yankees, Khaleesi. Brilliant offload from Sia Khaleesi. Inyakani can't find Mbonambi. Creel now tidies up, and he's into a little bit of space. Quick ball required. Khaleesi with a little pick and go. Page with the fancy footwork as Etzebeth carries again. Could see up the middle in front of the poles as Peter Stefte Toy carries it on for South Africa. Page, numbers to the left. Not able to offload it was Elton Yankees. Somehow it is out wide, and surely South Africa must score. It is Jean-Luc Dupree who's over in the corner, and with 2 minutes to go, that is surely the game.
Good effort from the South African, and a young South African side, it must be said. Alistair Coetzee searching for that first victory away from home as head coach of the Springboks. Rudy Page doing well, just drawing a defender. That's the judge to go back. The Islander just draws in the last defender, as does Jesse Creel, and the timing of the pass perfect. The early dive coming in from Jean-Luc Dupree ensures that South Africa get a try that potentially will win the game for them.
Well, it's his first test try, Jean-Luc Dupree.
Can I give you water, please?
His sixth cap for South Africa, first try, and that will certainly take the game completely away from Argentina. They've been gutsy in the last 10 minutes. Argentina tried everything to get back in the game, but the South African team just has a spirit and a way of going about things that is making it life particularly difficult for any opposition.
It hasn't been pretty, but the result's more important.
Well, at times error-ridden, wasn't it?
Then is 45 seconds. Is that correct? Yeah, we play the restart.
Well, Elton Yankees will have a chance to take the score into the 40s. It's been a brilliant period of games for South Africa, and that is another superb kick from Elton Yankees. 41-23 with one set of play left to go.
Some quality from the Springboks, some decent handling. The pass is not quite going to hand. But Jean-Luc Dupree, the early dive, gets his first try in Test rugby. It's been a lot of effort expended by the South African side.
And with just 5 or 6 seconds to go, South Africa will wind down the clock. Rudy Page has it at the base of the scrum. Or the ruck. Trevor Nyakani. Mind you, knowing this South African team, they might well just carry on. No, they're not. Elton Yankees is going to pop it into touch, and this is a fantastic victory for the Springboks. It's been tough, it's been uncompromising, it's been a resolute effort from Argentina. 2 tries for the Argentines, Moyano and Moroni. For South Africa, Kulisi ×2. Elton Yankee's got a try of his own, a penalty try. And Jean-Luc Dupree with a bonus point try towards the end, 41 points to 23. A superb afternoon for the men in red. South Africa win it here in Salta.
Acercarse luego al fanfest, donde disfrutar el show de los deportes suelo. A continuación se hará entrega de la copa personal por parte de la señora Susana Menéndez, gerente de Relaciones Institucionales de Telecom, acompañada por el señor Carlos Araujo, presidente de la Unión Argentina de Rugby. Y también se entregará el premio Man of the Match, elegido por ESPN. Lo hará el señor Sergio Plaza, secretario de Deportes de la provincia de Salta. A continuación se entregará el premio Man of the Match, elegido por ESPN al señor Gillian Colisi. Lo hará el señor Sergio Plaza, secretario de Deportes de la provincia de Salta.
Well, Ivan, are you happy with another victory?
Yeah, very happy with the victory. We wanted to get the victory, so we're happy with that.
Do you feel comfortable playing as a team? Do you feel well playing as a team in these 2 matches?
Yeah, it's always nice playing Argentina. We wanted the victory tonight, and we're very happy to receive the victory.
Why do you win?
Excuse me?
Why do you win?
Yeah, I think just good preparation. Coaches, all the players stuck up their hands today, and they really played well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Jess.
Pache, en inglés también, sí. Es que no me escucha.
No sé qué onda la marca esa.
G-Dump Pro.
Art.
Applied Research.
Well, Thomas, how do you feel after another defeat?
Yeah, we are not happy, of course. We don't like to lose like this in our home. We spoke about the scrum, we spoke about discipline, and we played almost all of the game with one man less, and we cannot give that chances to South Africa because they are a quality side.
Where are the answers to grow as a team?
I think we have to speak about that with the team. We are not finding the way. We have to be honest with us. We are not finding the way, but I think we have a quality group, a quality of good players and good human beings to build something special and try to take out the Pumas from the 10th place, number 10 place of the world now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Recordamos que en el fanpage de Fútbol Canal son de los del suelo.